first reading, I felt of skipping molecular genetics, but after attending your classes, it was easy. It was like Bible. Your notes was Bible for us, sir, for seed science and technology. Gradics, full length mock test or subject wise or topics wise was according to standard, and it was very helpful, sir. Even though I had residual knowledge to shape it and fine tune it, I needed agriadics starting from live classes till the mock test, and even now also during this counseling, agriadict has been very helpful for me, sir.
So, hello everyone, welcome back to YouTube channel Agri Addict. I'm your mentor Ariprasad SK. So, today in this video, we have All India 6th ranker Spurti from the ICAR PG exam Plant Sciences in the year 2024. So, I welcome you, Spurti, to this session. And first of all, thank you so much for sparing your valuable time to attend this session. And this session is very much important for all the upcoming ICAR PG aspirants who are going to give the exams in the subject of plant sciences. And Spurti is here to share her very valuable experience, and also she's here to guide you people about how she has prepared for these exams and the list of books that she has referred, and also the complete tips and strict tricks that she has compiled to share with you all. So Spurti, welcome back to the session. Please introduce yourself before we start.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I'm Spurti. I did my BSc from University of Agriculture Sciences, Bangalore, Subcampus College of Agriculture, VC from Mandya, with the OGP of 9.2. I have secured 376 marks in ICR PG Plant Sciences, and currently I've been allotted to IIRI IAB Ranchi, where I've given for upgradation.
Okay. Congratulations once again for getting allotment into the genetics in IAB Ranchi. So as I'm seeing, like your CGPA is 9.2. Is it the highest, or there are some students above you?
Yes, sir. From my subcampus, it's the IS, sir.
Okay, so you are the topper for your batch in your campus.
Yes, sir.
What about GKVK?
Sir, maybe it's 9.3.
Okay, 9.3. So congratulations on that, being the topper
Thank
of
you.
your campus. Okay, fine. So next, let's start, and you can just start discussing about your experience, like, about the exams and overall, like your journey of the preparation for your exams. So I have few questions for you. So you can first
Yes, sir.
answer these questions, then we can just dive into the different subjects, and also you can provide us the valuable information regarding which all of the books that you have referred. So starting the very common and first question, like why plant sciences? So why did you choose this subject for your MSc?
So, the main reason for which I selected the plant sciences in my to do my MSc is that in this I have to give the credits to my lecturer who took GPB in my UG classes, that is Dr. Mahesh sir, where he motivated us to take the especially genetics and plant breeding. Apart from that, we all know that plant science is a huge vast subject where there is many opportunities apart like not only genetics and plant breeding, we also know that plant pathology is there, seed science and technology is there. My major interest lies in genetics and plant breeding, and in future even I want to develop a plant variety which will be solving many issues with the farmers. That was the major motive for me to select this plant science.
Okay, that's nice. That's very nice. Uh, and also like this is Hawaii. You have choose the plant sciences. Regarding your preparation journey, like when was it that you started your preparation? At what stage, or at which year you have seriously thought of preparing for this ICR PG exams, and you have started your preparation?
So I decided my subject during my fourth sem, but the actual preparation started from sixth sem at the very end of sixth sem, sir. But there was like very there are many events like during Youth Fest and All India trips. There was some gaps, but but the actual preparation started from sixth sem, sir.
Okay, six sem, almost a year. Like you
Yes,
have
sir.
prepared for almost a year, but along with this, you are also a campus topper. So that
Yes.
like you should have already covered most of the topics or the syllabus for the exams. That's nice. But properly for ICR PG exams, like you are prepared for 1 year. Okay, that's nice.
Yes, sir.
And let us just finish this slide, and I will ask few more questions. You can explain few things like if you have anything from this slide.
As we know that plant science is a vast subject, it has been divided into major subjects and minor subjects from weightage point of view. That is like how many questions we receive in our exams. The major subjects includes genetics and plant breeding, plant pathology, seed science and technology, and even here agriculture microbiology is also mentioned, but we can consider it as minor subject because we may receive around 4 to 5 questions from it. And minor subjects includes biochemistry, plant physiology, economic botany, and general agriculture and current affairs.
Okay, so these are the division of the list of subjects under the plant sciences. I believe like most of the students who are actually preparing for these exams, they will at least know this thing. That's nice. Okay. Next, like you have given the order of subjects that you have covered. Okay, you can just talk about this.
So I preferred this order, but it may vary from one person to another person. It's according to their convenience. First, I completed genetics, and then I went to plant breeding because my focus was to cover the major subjects first. And then I went to plant pathology, and simultaneously I covered seed science and technology also. Then I focused on minor subjects like microbiology, plant physiology, biochemistry, and simultaneously I covered general agriculture. Like I used to read at least 20 pages of general agriculture and attend any like mock test which was available. Mainly, I used Telegram for this general agriculture where they used to conduct daily series of tests. I used to cover 20 pages and I used to attend the test so that it was very helpful for me, sir.
Okay, so this is the order you have followed. And also, can you,
Yes.
if you just remember, can you just tell me like what is the approximate duration that you have given for individual subjects and approx estimate?
So before my like seventh sem itself, I completed once. I read my entire genetics by BD Singh sir. Once, just I covered all the topics. Then again, I went for plant breeding because I felt like there was many gaps, so I was not having much time. So I jumped into plant breeding. Then again, I took genetics and I revised once, and then I went to plant pathology. In plant pathology, first I studied about the basic like morphology and classifications, and then I went for diseases, which is comparatively easier than this classification. So I was able to complete within like one month diseases. And then I went for seed science and technology. For seed science and technology, I took around 1 month, sir. Then I completed my minor subjects.
So what about plant breeding? Like what is the what was the duration that you have given for plant breeding for the initial reading that you have mentioned?
So maybe like 2 months.
2 months. And one more most common question in the preparation of plant breeding, it's about the reference book, whether it is BD Singh or Pundan Singh. Like which one did you refer? Or you have
So
referred to?
I referred BD Singh, sir.
Okay, you have referred BD Singh and you have not gone through the Pundan Singh for your plant breeding preparation. And like
No, sir.
since you have attended this exam, what do you think?
Yes, sir.
Referring BD Singh alone would is sufficient to answer the questions that will be asked from the plant breeding, or someone should also go for some other sources? So what do you think?
So after attending the exam, I felt like at least we should give one read for BD Singh, sir. Even like if you have sufficient time, I prefer reading BD Singh completely. If there is no time, then for like topics like methods of breeding, for which we can refer Pundan Singh. Like I prefer BD Singh, sir, because in in our exam there was mainly like assertion and reasoning type, for which BD Singh was helpful, sir.
Okay. So apart from BD Singh, based on the questions that you have attended in the exam, like, do you think if someone is completely referring the book, whole book, is it necessary that he or she should also refer some other books for plant breeding, or the BDC alone is sufficient for covering the portion of breeding for this ICAR PG exam?
So according to me, BDCing is enough, sir. But apart from that, if they want any additional source, they can refer their UG class notes and lab manuals for floral morphology, like those kind of questions, sir.
Okay. For covering the basics, they can also take some other reference, but as such, like if they are able to read A to Z from the BDC, then it is sufficient. And also, like ICAR for ICAR PG exams, complete reading, giving complete reading of BDC is also not necessary. We can even skip some of
No.
the chapters from the BDC, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is regarding the plant breeding, the plant pathology, like you have taken 1 month for the diseases. And what about the basic part, like the classification part?
So for us, the basic was done very nicely in our UG classes. So that was the main advantage. Like during our normal classes itself, we had good residual knowledge, so it was easy for us. But if you don't have like any grip on that, then spending more time on that basics is very important. So from diseases, it's very easy remembering the main symptoms, and it's comparatively easier. So spending more time on basics is important.
Okay, fine. So then about microbiology.
The topics is very important according to me. Like uh, it's very vast. I didn't refer any major like textbook for microbiology. I referred my UG class notes and lab manuals and agri-addicts notes. Those were the things I referred, sir.
Okay. And how much time did you take to finish the syllabus of this microbiology?
It's also around 1 month only, sir.
Okay, you have even 1 month for the initial reading. Okay.
Mm.
And for the general agriculture, as you said, like you used to read 20 pages
Mm.
for general agriculture. And the book was, which was the book that you referred for general?
Nemrat Sundar, sir.
Okay, it's Nebraska. Yeah. So I just wanted to I had a question like I that I wanted to ask in the at the end of the session, but now I am feeling like I should ask it now. So as you clearly mentioned that you had some like a lot of good knowledge, residual knowledge before you actually started your preparation, and most of the things were already covered. At least like 50 to 60% things were already covered, but you need to just fine tune it once you came into the last year. So how like
Yes.
our accredited courses, like the class, the notes, and the mock test, how actually did it make any difference during your preparation? You can start with the classes, since most of the things were already clear to you. But how actually these classes made you difference? Why I'm asking this question to you is because you are the one like who was to attend each and every class of mine and also the other mentors. So then what? How different it was for you for by attending the classes, like what difference it made in your preparation? You can start from genetics and you can clearly tell the differences for the different subjects.
So as I said, I was having the residual knowledge, but I didn't had the proper outline, like how I should study for PG exams. I was knowing how to study for UG class exams. It was okay, sir, but I didn't had that out map for studying for PG exams. So especially for genetics, even though I read BD Singh once before 7th sem itself, I didn't have that proper knowledge. It was very difficult. Initially, reading BDC it was very difficult. Then I started attending your classes, especially for genetics. I attended your classes. Before 1 day before only you used to give this topic like topic name for that class. I used to glance once from the genetics book, and after I used to attend your classes, and I used to make my personal notes, which was very helpful. Like based on your classes, I used to make some important points, and again I used to revise my BD Singh book. So it was in this way. The particular topic was very clear to me, like what to cover, what not to cover. And in plant breeding, also it was I used to study like what are the methods that are available, but I didn't have that proper clarity about each and every method, and how the examples and how the important point has to be remembered. And that was also helpful from that agriadic classes. They used to mention what to be focused mainly. And from for pathology also, the major important diseases. There are many diseases in each and every crop. Which disease to focus and what are the important points in every disease that has to be focused. That was also I understood from the classes only. And for seed science and technology, I didn't refer any of the textbooks. The only thing I referred is your agrietics classes and its notes, mock test, and full length mock test, and my UG class notes. These are the things I referred. And main, like, it was like Bible. Your notes was Bible for us, sir, for seed science and technology. And microbiology also, as I said, I didn't know what to cover from microbiology. The notes which were provided by agriatic classes, and on based on that, I used to grab some information from my UG class notes, and I used to study. And general agriculture, as I said, I used to read Nemrat Chunda, and in that also from Telegram, Agrietics channel was there where they used to conduct the daily test from which it was helpful for me.
For revising the things and attending the questions. Okay, that's great.
Yes,
And
sir.
I was not knowing that like for seed science you did not refer any of the books.
I didn't
Okay.
refer, sir.
I feel grateful, like at least like the notes that I have made personally, like that has been a lot of use for you in your preparation. Thank you so much. For okay, these are the things like that I want to discuss, and this is the order of the subjects that you have covered. So as you also mentioned, like the students can also change the order. What do you think personally?
Yes.
Like they should go by this order, or changing the order is also fine according to you? Like what do you think?
So if they don't have much time, then they have to follow this order only, sir, because the major questions we receive is from genetics, plant breeding, and pathology, and few questions from seed science and technology. If they have plenty of time and if they feel like finishing simple topics is easier for me, and then going for difficult subjects, they can change the order, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Like you have given a detailed information regarding the different subjects and how you have personally prepared for this. Next, you have also mentioned the books. I guess like these books are one and the same for all the students, whether he is a topper or like whether he is just a student who is going to attend the exams. So everyone actually knows the standard books. So these standard books, I will
Yes, sir.
just go to the audience, like whatever you have mentioned here. I'll just quickly slide down. And the down you have also mentioned these classes. Okay, that's good. That's very nice that our classes, notes and materials have given a lot of help and supplemented you in your preparation. Okay. And see, like for plan building, it's again the BD Singh and Kundan Singh, the objectives book, and also you have mentioned about the biotechnology. Okay, so this is something not very common, the biotechnology book. So just tell us about this one, like biotechnology, like what you have referred in this. Did you follow the complete book, or you have only read the selected topics in this book?
So for biotechnology, I even referred biotechnology by breeding, and even in plant breeding, there is four important chapters. One is about tissue culture, one is about recombinant technology, and two chapters for markers that are used in plant breeding. These four chapters I emphasized and I gave importance from those things. That those are important from biotechnology point of view. Apart from that, I didn't refer the whole book, sir.
Okay. And from biotechnology, what did you refer? Like this is from plant breeding. This is from the plant breeding book, right? This is what you have said.
Yes, sir.
So like from this biotechnology, you have only glanced it. You have not completely gone through
Yes,
this
sir.
book. Okay.
No, sir.
I can mention it as not necessary, not
No, sir.
compulsory. Let us mention it as not compulsory.
Not
But
compulsory.
yeah, but this BD Singh book, as you said, it's obviously compulsory. If someone is targeting for these exams and want to secure like a top rank in this ICAR PG exam, and obviously like he or she cannot skip this book. But
Yes.
they can skip this biotechnology book as it is not
Yes.
compulsion. Okay, but it depends on their interest. If they are more interested, and if they have some sufficient time, they can go for this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, for the plant pathology, again the books are same, where it is the Dubey, and for the objectives, like everyone follows this Utpal Kumar Bhattacharya book, and we also have this RS Singh, where few of the students actually usually follow this. Like this was suggested by Manoj, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And from this book, just explain about this RS Singh, And you have also mentioned some book which is not very common. So you can mention about these two books.
So for plant pathology, I mainly focused on H.C. Dubey, and I used to solve objectives from Utpul Bhattacharya. And for diseases, I mainly referred Angro notes and my class notes, and the notes which were provided by Agri classes. These were the major books and materials I referred. Rest all the books I just glanced and I referred, like, is there any like important topics which has to be covered, and if it was similar to other book, then I used to skip those books, sir.
So can I mention it as not compulsory here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this one, the objective plant pathology, it was by. So this objective book is also helped you in your preparation. Have you solved this complete book or only the selected topics?
Selected topics, sir.
Okay, so I cannot actually see the name. It is Arsit Kumar Mandal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And this modern plant pathology. So which one you have referred completely? Is it the basic book or also like you have referred this modern plant pathology by HCW?
So for few topics I referred modern plant pathology, but mainly is the basic book only, sir.
Okay, fine. Only for few topics you have referred this modern plant pathology, but everything from the HCW basic book for the classification of the microorganisms. Fine. So do you remember like which are the topics that you have referred in the modern plant pathology?
So from modern plant pathology, I mainly referred the classification part and the morphology of fungi. These were the topics, sir. For diseases and all, I completely referred Angro notes and class notes, sir.
Morphology of the microorganisms and classification
And
of
class.
microorganisms. Okay, for these two, like you have referred the modern plant pathology, rest everything from the basic book and objectives from the Utpal Kumar Bhattacharya, and mainly diseases are covered from the class notes, Anglo notes, and the aggregate notes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, for seed science and technology, like you have mentioned some of the books. Did you refer to these books or you have just mentioned it here
These are the common books.
to suggest your juniors?
These are, yes, sir.
Okay.
If
But
they
you personally
really,
did not refer these books.
no, sir.
Okay. So students can take it. It's up to the students, like what they prefer. So you trusted on my notes and it worked for
Yes,
you.
sir.
And it ultimately depends on the students, like whether they want to go for the standard books or they are sticking to the aggregate notes. So this is something like that you will be getting only if you attend the classes. Only after attending the
Yes, sir.
classes and giving the mock test and analyzing the previous year question papers, you'll be getting a confidence on like whether to follow the specific notes or should they go to for the standard books. Okay, I don't personally tell you to just come and just read my notes, but it's upon you and your experience, like how you're feeling, how confident you are after attending my classes. So it's up to you. I will leave up to you like what you will do. But commonly, the students who prepare for this exam for seed science and technology, students usually refer this PK Agarwal, which I personally never referred, and RL Agarwal. So this is the one book I have referred so many times, even for my PG and PhD exams, and also like for these two books, Vanangamudi and Ranganayaki. So these books, even I referred during my PG entrance exam, but that was the last time I referred these two objectives. But because I find myself like there are a lot of mistakes here in these two objective books, and so many things are not actually necessary which were asked. So I personally do not recommend you people to go for these objectives. But if you are interested, then obviously you can do it. But personally, if you ask me, as a PhD scholar from Seed Science and Technology, I never referred this after coming to the PG. Only during my UG, while I was preparing for PG, since I did not had a clear insights about any book, I referred blindly whatever my seniors told. But after that, I have done a clear analysis, and I did not find myself uh, to take this book as an important one. Other than that, the RL Agarwal, which is the most important books for you exams for seeds and technology. But one thing is the seed physiology part is not covered in this book. So you have to go for some other reference like your class notes or some other books. And you can also consider my notes to cover the seed physiology part, but all other things are all and seed pathology. Like if you want to cover these topics, you won't be finding it in RL Hyderabad. So for this, you have to go for some other sources. And Spurti, I have also mentioned about your UG notes. That's fine. Like you have already conveyed this. And along with this, I also recommend the students to go for the TNU notes if you are preparing for Seeds and Technology and live class. And obviously, like feel very happy that the classes study materials have made a lot of difference in your preparation. And below this, you have also mentioned two different things which many students won't be knowing. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Mainly the freshers who are actually preparing for this year. If you have not registered to our online course, then you might be not aware of this fact. So Spurti will be explaining this, please.
So even during my preparation also, I was not aware about this IMSCS standards manual. Like for seats and field standards, when I use even in my UG notes also and some other reference materials, I used to like feel for seat standards and field standard, the numbers used to vary. The isolation distance or the standards, the numbers used to vary from one material to another material. I used to get confused, like which one to like refer and what. Like later, like while attending your classes, once you mentioned about that IMSCS standards, I went through it and like I used to make points. But after that, you from your side, you shared one PDF like you have compiled the standards for every crop. Like that was very helpful. So I used to in that also daily after every like my reading session, I used to revise that IMSC standards because it is very important. They can ask any question from that PDF. So I used to revise every day because it is not about understanding. It is just biting the things for which we can either if they're willing to, they can go for a standard manual or they can directly download it from your platform, sir.
Okay, thank you. And about this website,
For that also, sir, like if they're willing, it's not compulsory, but if they're willing, they can go through multiple websites for authenticated source, sir. Because as I said, the numbers and all it varies from one PDF to like one source to another source. So I used to refer.
yeah, fine. So this is about, see, like this is particularly in seeds and technology, you will be getting a lot of different numbers for different standards, which are not accurate. So if you want to, if you want the accurate information, so first thing is not my notes. The first thing is these authentic websites that you can go through. But if you want ready-made materials for your exams, which will save a lot of time, then obviously you can prefer my notes where I have clearly compiled the things from the authentic sources and made it easy for all the upcoming aspirants. Okay. So this is for the seed science and technology. Next, for microbiology. As you mentioned, like this can be also considered under minor subjects. I guess like you might have given very minimum time to prepare for microbiology.
Yes,
Okay, just
yes, sir.
tell us about like how you prepared for this subject and what reference books you have used, and if not, like what notes you have used.
So for like not only microbiology, for all the minor subjects, I went through the syllabus, what they have given, and I used to like write down what all and all we should cover from each subject. And for that, I used to like search whether it is available, if it is available in standard books. Like for microbiology, I didn't refer any book. This is an optional book which I mentioned, but I used to refer Agri-Addict's notes. Like obviously, it was according to syllabus only you have given. And apart from that, mainly I used to refer my UG class notes and lab manual, especially for microbiology, is to refer my lab manual. So, um, then apart from that, we can also refer Angro notes. I used to cover only those topics which are mentioned in the syllabus. I didn't went like cover the entire thing because it was since it was a minor subject, giving more importance for that was not necessary, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is for the microbiology. And one more thing that I would like to add, even if you do not cover these things from a standard books, like there are so many things that will overlap with the genetic concepts, genetics and pathology, if you take for microbiology. So a lot of things will be already covered if you read clearly for genetic subject and the plant pathology. So in the exams, even if you do not refer or give much time to this minor subject of like microbiology, you will be obviously able to answer the questions, and you may not need to give much time for covering this portion from the minor subjects. Okay. So this is for the microbiology. Okay. Next, like we also have some of the minor subjects that way from where the questions can be expected every year. So how you prepared for this biochemistry?
So for biochemistry, the major topics which I covered is water and carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, enzymes, and along with that, vitamins also. These were the six topics which I covered from biochemistry, for which I referred my UG class notes, Agri Addicts notes, and 12th standard NCRT books. I have mentioned the 12th standard book or any NEET preparation, but I referred NCRT book for biochemistry and even for plant physiology also, sir.
Oh, CIT. So this is same for plant physiology also. Like you have referred the standard NCERT book and the UG notes and online classes by Rishabh. The Rishabh has actually covered few of the aspects of photosynthesis that you have referred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you have also mentioned some of the topics. So does it mean that these are important, right? Like, these are important from the plant physiology.
These were the only topics which I covered, sir, from plant physiology.
Okay, so students, you can make a note of it. So this is something like which is very much important in case of plant physiology. You have to first go through these topics. After that, it's upon your interest. Like if you want to cover more, you can, but always keep the syllabus copy and then try to follow the cover the portion. Okay, and the book that is being mentioned here. So did you go through the book or this is just a reference book that you are suggesting to?
Reference book, sir.
Okay, not
Reference.
necessary. And you have personally not referred this book.
No, sir. I
Oh,
referred NCRT book.
I think you are making it very simple for the juniors, for your juniors by skipping a lot of books, where many a time students feel that, okay, for every subjects, they have to refer every standard book. But after watching this video, I believe like students will be getting a lot of benefit. At least they can skip some of the major books.
Yes, sir.
For general agriculture, yeah,
I referred Nemrat Sundar, sir.
only Numra Sundar. And also like Arun Katyan is optional for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that depends on the level of preparation during your UG for your exams, like for your semester exams. If you are like very up to
Yes,
date and you have covered each and everything and your basics is strong, then like you need not to go for the Arun Katyan, which is in bit detail. But covering Nemra Sunda is compulsory, I would say, because uh, not exactly like every year questions will be asked, but still for any exam you take in case of agriculture, you have to at least cover the general agriculture from one book. So you can consider this book, and even I suggest
yes, sir.
to my all my juniors and the students. Okay. So this is regarding the different books. And apart from this, like these are also the some of the most common books the students will refer. And just please tell us more about this.
Sir, if it is necessary, they can refer these books, sir. I didn't went through any additional books or anything, but at at the very end, I referred agriculture current affairs. I refer to go for the latest versions for these things for current affairs especially. But I didn't go through the entire book. I just glanced it, sir.
Okay. And this is also optional, instant plan science.
Yes, sir.
And these are all the books that becomes important if you are not reading the standard books. If you are not
Yes, sir.
like if the students are skipping the standard books because of the lack of time or because of the thing that they have started late, then these objective books and the one liners are very much important. You should at least cover these. So next, like you, there's one interesting slide here that you have mentioned, like important topics focus from the different major subjects. First of all, thank you so much for giving your time to list out the topics. That would definitely help the students who will be deciding to take the subjects at the very end and want to cover from the scratch clearly. So tell us more about this slide.
Yes, sir. So these were, I referred the entire book during my main preparation, but at the very end, when I was revising, these were the major topics that I revised. In every subject, I didn't skip, most of the students will skip history part, but I didn't skip that history because in our exam also, there was some questions with respect to the history part. That is very important, especially for match the following type of questions. History part is very important. So for me,
Okay.
apart from that, uh, these are the topics, like if you don't have much time, then I prefer focusing on, you should focus on these topics, especially for genetics, Mendelian genetics, and mutations. The mutations is a major topic, sir, because many questions will be from mutations and linkage and crossing over, and molecular genetics. Even though it may feel difficult, it is very important. Reading from BD Singh in first reading, I felt of skipping molecular genetics, but after attending your classes, it was easy. I got to know like what to be focused. And from plant breeding, majorly the breeding methods here, rather than bioting everything, understanding the methods is very important, because for us, from plant breeding, many questions were like assertion and reasoning. There was less of direct questions, for which understanding each and every topic is important, sir. And
Okay.
for pathology, in classification of fungi, like going into deep is unnecessary. Understanding the major striking characters of each and every order is sufficient. And for diseases also, uh, scientific names and the major symptoms of every diseases is enough, sir.
Okay. So we have given some PDF of these diseases. Like,
Mm.
is it of any use for you in during your preparation?
Yes, sir. There was some short notes of every diseases, their scientific name and major symptoms. That was very helpful during revision, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. And for the other subjects? Okay, so
For
this is
seed
not the
science and
different
technology.
topics or the important topics that you have felt. And students, as I said, you like if you are a last minute reader and preparing for this your exams like in past 3 to 4 months or 2 to 3 months, then you can just first target these topics which are set by Spurti. You can take a screenshot of this, and then if you have enough time, then you can go for the other topics, right, Spurti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this in this slide, you have given some tips for the juniors for which most of the students will be waiting. So I'm also very much excited to know and curious to know about your tricks, like what tricks and tips that you have followed, so that you have secured this very good rank of All India 6 in this ICAR PG exam, please.
So, firstly, maintaining a consistent, steady routine is very important, sir. Like, it may vary from me and from other person, but we have to maintain a proper, steady routine, sir. Like, for few days, we'll be very like excited and we'll do. After that, we may lose interest, and if we don't maintain that consistency, then it's very difficult to cover entire syllabus, sir. Secondly, going through topics only for once is, it's easy, we can easily cover the entire syllabus, but revising those topics is very important. So for like remembering and all, we have to revise. And um, personally, I made my own notes, like after listening to live classes, or
Yeah, this is the one
I
question
don't
I wanted to
prefer.
ask. Uh, Students should make their own notes or the materials, like for example if they are taking the coaching from Agreed, we provide the materials even though we do not provide it in the printed form for now, but still, like what do you feel, like making the own notes actually helps or they can directly follow the prepared notes given by any platform, like any standard platform?
Like according to me, like what I did was I did my own notes for each and every subject. Even for minor subjects also, I made my notes, like writing down important points, so that during my like revision time, I used to refer only those notes. And some people are convenient in marking in their own textbook, but I'm not comfortable, so I used to make my own notes. But if they don't have much time, then preparing like referring only the study materials is also fine. If they don't have much time, then if they have time, I prefer making notes,
Okay.
and following one standard material for each subject. So like rather than referring too many sources and getting confused, like sticking to any one standard notes or standard materials, it will be easy for them to revise also. If they like refer too many notes, then it will be difficult during the revision session also. And never like ignore minor subjects or general agriculture topics. Like not my personal experience, but many of my friends, they skipped the minor subjects, especially microbiology, biotechnology. Like I suggest like not to ignore those subjects. And like not at like even like I did, what I did was like after completing some topics, I used to attend their subject topic wise mock test. Like if they have much like more time, then they can follow that, or else taking as much as subject wise full and mock tests is very important. So like we can identify what are the areas which are we are lacking, and and it is also helpful for time management, because like attending the live exam is like only without any preparations is also like very difficult. So for understanding what are the areas which we have to focus, and for time management, I suggest take as much as subject wise and full and mock test, for which Agrietics was very helpful, sir. Because I used to search like other platforms also, to be very honest, but I used to not get that standard questions. Somewhere, in some platforms, the standard was like not matching the PG exams, and somewhere like about the PG exam, which was very difficult, and that used to like demotivate us. But gradics full length mock test or subject wise or topics wise was according to standard, and it was very helpful, sir, in my preparation.
Okay. So these are the tips that you want to give to your juniors. So juniors, obviously, you can follow the tips that is given by Spurti, and you will definitely get the best results if you put a lot of hard work for a year. Since you are now starting this preparation, if you are watching this video, you have almost 1 year for this exam. Okay, next. Okay, so let us come to the summary of the overall discussion we had in this session. So first thing, the flow of the subjects you have covered that you have already mentioned. It was genetics, plant breeding, and plant pathology,
That's all.
seed science and technology,
Thank you.
agriculture, microbiology, and along with this, like you used to cover general agriculture
Jan-
every day. And after covering this, you have went for the revision.
yes, sir.
Okay. And the overall duration of your preparation was like almost 1 year.
A year.
Still, you were in touch with the complete syllabus starting from the first year on. Okay.
Yes.
And what is the average hours of study?
So initially, like during my like Rave period, I used to study like in like my Rave experience, like we were very busy in those things. So I used to study only for 3 to 4 hours at max.
Okay.
Like after my Rave period, I got plenty of time depending upon the subjects what they take in the last sem. I was having much time. Like I used to study for about 8 hours, and like after like last 2 to 3 months, I used to study up like for 10 hours and 12 hours also.
10 to 12 hours.
Mm.
Okay. So number of mock tests attended. Like I believe like you might have attended every single mock test that was given by Agreed. You did not even skip any of the mock test. Yeah. So next, along with these are the mock test details. Next, like for you personally, like which subject was difficult and how did you handle it?
So for me personally, plant pathology was difficult, sir. Um, Especially that classification and morphology part, the basics part, for which what I did was, like I used to like focus only the important things. Like I used to not study in deep, like I used to study like the examples for particular things, and as I said, for classification, I used to remember only the characteristics of each order, and understanding the things, not into like I used to not study in deep, so because it was making me confused and I was not able to concentrate. So for which I remember the classes which was taken by Manoj sir was also helpful for classification. I was comfortable with his explanation, especially for classification of fungi, sir.
Okay, fine. So your
And diseases part was easier, sir.
okay, this is part was obviously it was easier, and the notes that was
Mm.
given like it supplemented your preparation. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is a summary. Like I already asked you this question regarding the role. So like what difference it would have made if you have not taken this accredited course during your preparation? Like what do you think would be the difference going for only self-study without getting the aid of accredited course?
So as I mentioned before taking this agrietics course, I once completed genetics by BD Singh, but I still remember I purchased this course when I was in All India trip. After coming from the trip in a Ravik period, I started attending live classes, uh, during which genetics classes were going on. The way I read BD Singh was completely different from the way you explained the topics. It was very much simpler, and you highlighted the main important points that has to be covered from each and every topic, not only from genetics, each and every topics. And it was very helpful in that way, and attending live classes was like revision session for me also. So like I used to study the topic that you mentioned the day before, and I used to attend the classes. It was very clear, and later on again I used to revise the topic. So it was like, okay, I am very confident with that topic. And apart from live classes, the study materials that you provided, some in some topics I used to like not make any personal notes. I used to Earlier there was an option of taking printout notes. So I used to take, and I used to refer those things. And mock test, the subject wise mock test was very helpful, sir. When compared to full length mock test, the subject wise mock test was helpful for me. And during my final preparation, the full length mock test, so that I was like, I was knowing that which are the areas that I have to revise once again, and which are the topics that I have to cover once again. So in this way, the upgrade, starting from live classes till the mock test, and even now also during this counseling, Agri Addict has been very helpful for me, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for all the appreciation. So last question, like any final suggestion to your upcoming ICR PG aspirants with relation to the exam or about the future studies? Anything that you want to convey?
I know, sir, the students who are watching this video, even now they have confusion like which subject they have to select, and whether the selected subject is worth or what. I suggest that go like follow your passion, whichever subject you like, you select that, and be confident about what you're doing. And I personally suggest to take Agri Addicts course, because it was very helpful in my preparation. Even though I had residual knowledge, to shape it and fine tune it, I needed agrietics, which will be helpful for you also. And maintain a proper steady routine, and never like there will be ups and downs, and sometimes you may feel like demotivated, but it's okay. You have to regain your own confidence, and you have to follow that. And final main suggestion is attend as much as mock test you can take. You may feel that if I get less marks, I may feel demotivated. It's okay, attend as much as it is possible. These are the suggestions.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Like, I am completely satisfied with this session, like where you have provided the detailed insights about your preparation and overall tips and tricks and which parts to cover and what to do and what mistakes not to do during the preparation. And overall, you have also motivated the students regarding the subjects to be chosen and how a person should go to the subject. Okay, and thank you so much for the valuable time that you have spared on this session. I believe like all the good success will come to your journey, upcoming journey, and I wish you all the very best for your future studies. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity, sir.
Okay, most welcome.